Hi, this is Brian, and we're here at Record Greensboro with the Low Counts.
Howdy.
Good
Hey,
afternoon, gentlemen.
how's it going?
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. So, why don't you introduce yourself?
He's Austin.
And that's Matt.
All
We're the
right,
low counts.
excellent. And you play drums?
I'm the percussionist.
I play
Percussionist,
guitar
there
and
you go.
sing.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, how'd you guys meet?
I found a post of his on Craigslist, actually. So I was just out of high school, and I was either looking for a job or to play music, and I was really wanting to play music. And that's what I'd been doing while I was in school and stuff. So found his post, and he was looking for somebody that he claimed needed to be like outside of the box of what I guess he'd been playing, which was blues and roots music.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had kind of fitted that, criteria. So I emailed him, and within a week he was down at the house in Pilot from Statesville, and we played, and I learned all his songs, and it was just like we had been playing the whole time or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
They just had that connection, huh?
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's amazing how music can do that. It can,
Yeah.
transcend.
Like sentient of its own or something.
Yeah.
Our thing was like too, man. It's like we played a song like halfway through, and it'd be like, well, we got that,
Yeah, we didn't finish the
So-
song. He had
Nice.
to, I forget, he was like about to hit the road and go do like a tour or something. It was like he was in a rush, I remember. And I remember we just went through all the songs like in 30 minutes. And he was like, well, you got it, man.
Well, we'll do a gig when we get back.
He was like, I'll be back in a week, be ready to play a gig. And I was like, okay. So that's what we did.
When it comes to songwriting, how do you guys come about with something new?
Usually, I've always written songs. Since I was a kid, since I was like 10 years old or something, I've been writing
Yeah.
this stuff. And so usually, I'll write songs and basically a melody and the chords, that kind of stuff. And then a lot of times, it's just a riff or just, an idea, and then I take it to him, and then we just kind of, it might stay like it is, and it might turn into something different, with whatever beat you put to things, or
Yeah.
however you choose to put drums to it. But so then, we just kind of, I basically write all the lyrics after that, and sometimes write lyrics before or have lyrics that have been written down that can be put to a song, but after that, it's basically, we don't even really rehearse songs, to be honest. We just go in the studio and just go with like a general idea. Really, like when I write a song, we'll maybe go over at his house in like a 2-month period before. In that 2 months, we might skim over it like a couple times just to make sure we still know what's going on, like there's a map. But as far as anything else, it's just fun to go in the studio and just kind of, if you can do that money-wise, go in and just create there and let things happen. And it's always fun to see what comes out at the end, because it's just like taking it to his house. You don't know where it's going to go from,
Yeah.
an acoustic guitar to whatever you end up putting on it. So,
No.
Yeah.
Hey girl, take your time. I ain't rushing. You're just on my mind. Yesterday, you were uninvited. Yesterday, you were uninvolved. It's time you to feel alive. Come and take my hand. I'll make you understand. Down low, yeah, I've been there too. You can flip it over. Learn how to do. You gotta listen. Every word I say. Look here, girl. I'm gonna make it go away. Yeah, I know it's time for you to feel alive. Come and take my hand. I'll make you understand. Yeah. Take my hand, make you understand, yeah.
So, with all the gigging that you've done, what would you say would be some of the wildest things that you've seen on the road?
You could probably tell him about the
Oh man,
traveling circus.
dude, there was a time when we just first got together, about 5 or 6 months into our career together. We played for this. I remember it was for a relief kind of deal show, that like a tour from some traveling circus that was moving down from New York after the Hurricane Sandy. You remember that?
Yeah.
And, they were trying to do a tour to help people out and help their communities out. And so like I remember they kind of mentioned it was going to be like a weird kind of benefit kind of deal, but anyways, we got there and it was just the most off the wall basket case kind of event, and all these people were just, I mean, I hate to put it as freaks. They're kind of freaks, but I mean, I guess that's what their talent in the show was all about. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm talking.
You're talking like bearded lady freak?
I'm talking
They made her look weak.
There was a couple, yeah, like, there was a couple that
She had
completely
nothing
made
on
the
them,
whole
man.
circus probably look like a joke, because these folks they were literally selling themselves to the point where like they were taking tips by letting you staple them to their bodies.
And here's the kicker. We had to follow that.
And they opened for
we
you?
had to
Yeah, we
follow
had to
that.
follow
Nice.
that. Well, and not only
Follow
that,
that.
we're failing to mention too. They started the show by using his suitcases that he puts his guitar pedals in, and the guy literally like hooked the case to his nipples, wasn't it? And
It was his eyelids.
Oh, his eyelids, yeah, and like
Uh-huh.
it was like he weightlifted the suitcase with his eyelids. I don't know why I thought it was his nipples, but either way,
Yeah.
it was strange.
It's
to say
traumatic
the least.
enough, yeah.
Yeah. We looked at each other and we were like, should we just leave? Should we just say it's a loss?
So was it a good
really,
crowd
I mean,
at
like
least?
when we tried to follow
Uh-huh.
it, like the 10 people that were there left. They just went outside and smoked.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, at least they got to hear you.
Right.
And
And
oh man.
it was weird.
And that was another one of those nights too where like sometimes, I don't know, like some musicians might be able to understand this. You go to a venue and they say they have a drum set, they have a house set there, it was just kind of that deal, I think. And they did not have a house set. They had like a bass drum and a floor tom and like a cymbal stand. And then like, so I was like, what? And thank God there was another band traveling with the circus, and I like managed to like mesh his drums with these other drums, and it was just like Frankenstein drum set, and it was awful, man.
all right, so why don't you tell us about Satisfy?
It's just it's just coming from listening to I guess the soul side of stuff that we've listened to, Otis Redding.
Old Stack Soul stuff.
Yeah, Sam and Dave, I love that stuff. So yeah, Booker T and MGs, just that kind of sound.
We just wanted to try to break from our first album, the mold that we created, and have more stuff that inspired us, not only from what we consider our main inspiration, but also all the other stuff that could also have some influence as well. So we really tried to, and put all that in there as well. And I think that's where that song came from, was trying to do that, from a different standpoint, genrely.
We can take a stab really at any genre. I mean, we don't really even put limits on ourselves as far as, I don't just call ourselves a rock and roll band because that kind of describes everything, but, so.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, let's hear some music.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
In the backyard of my mind, bad echoes stop taking time. Deep clouds overhead, showing their company to the door. Every day I really tried. Kept on, honey, rolling with the tide. Honey had no lie, trying to be satisfied. My pocket, not much penny. Half of friends don't have many. Someone told me last night, sing a song, rest of your life. Every day I really tried. Kept on rolling with the tide. And honey, coming in no lie, just to be satisfied. Keep between the lines. Pick up the slack in my mind. 'Cause if you break too long, don't get to come back again. Every day I really try. Rolling with the tide. And honey, got it in no lie, trying to be satisfied.
Do you have recordings that are available?
We do. We've been together since 2013, and we put out our first album in 2014. And then we put out an EP in 2015 on the Grimtail Records label. And then we just put out an album in December in 2015 called Years Pass By. And then we're working on some new stuff now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So those two albums are available, and I think the vinyl is too still.
Yeah.
And some albums.
You guys got some vinyl?
Yeah, the EP that's on Grimtail Records, they do all their stuff's on 45 vinyl.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's cool too, man. They do all kinds of colored vinyl, and
Yeah.
they do all kinds of neat stuff. Everything's like limited edition stuff. I think they only do like 400
Small
records.
pressings. They don't do
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear ya. So do you guys primarily play in North Carolina? The
We
South?
play like the East Coast,
Yeah.
I mean, we play pretty much Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia. We've gone out and played in the Midwest a little bit, but man, we've really stayed close to home. I know there's a lot of bands that go out and just suicide themselves and come back broke and hungry and feeling really bad, and not really making much of an impact. And I don't know if that's the way to do it. We've stayed close to home, but we've worked really hard on our sound and trying to really, get something sustainable here rather than trying to go out and conquer the whole country, which is kind of...
When we're not even really able to, expose ourselves to that extent yet. So
We don't have a booking agent.
completely
or anything
independent.
like
So
that.
Yeah.
we're
Exactly.
trying to stay within our own means and keep it all feasible. And even in terms of sanity too.
Yeah.
But with that said, I think we've been really smart about it because we've created a really good buzz regionally. We can go, we just played in Tennessee the other night at a bar that we played at the first time where there were maybe 10 people. And then we played there Friday night and there was 70 people. And they all
Nice.
came to see us. And so we've been smart about, touring and stuff like that and tried to take it slowly and try to really develop who we are as a band. And it's worked because, we've been able to make enough money to where we can do things and they make sense.
Just about the time. I write songs from 6 to 9, and I'm out. I got down so bad, the best time ever, had nothing to do. Losing that out day. Night come, work like a slave, it's true. My friends come by in waves. Sometimes we're at the stay, it's alright. When got the best looking so somehow still controlling them in my heels. Losing that out day. Now comes work like a slave, it's true. not meant me stopping by. You was struck in a little house, way to go. One way for tomorrow. I have my share, shame and sorrows, nothing new. There's a letter a day. Now comes, work like a slave, it's true.